Hi, and welcome back to the Bible in a Year Live Chronological Project podcast. It is week 23, day 1. I'm Danielle Smith.
And my name is Shane, and this week we'll continue our reading from the Complete Jewish Bible. Today, Daniel and I will read 1 Kings chapter 3 to 4, 2 Chronicles chapter 1, and Psalm 72. Let's dive in.
Malachim Aleph, or 1 Kings chapter 3. Shlomo formed an alliance with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, by marrying Pharaoh's daughter. He brought her into the city of David, where she lived, until he had finished building his own palace, the house of Adonai, and the wall around Jerusalem. The people, however, were still sacrificing on the high places, because no house had yet been built for the name of Adonai. Shlomo loved Adonai, living according to the regulations set forth by David his father. Nevertheless, he sacrificed and made offerings on the high places. One time the king went to Givon to sacrifice there, because that was the main high place. Shlomo offered 1,000 burnt offerings on the altar there. At Givon, Adonai appeared to Shlomo in a dream at night. God said, "Tell me what I should give you." Shlomo said, "You showed your servant David, my father, much grace, as he lived before you honestly and righteously, having an upright heart with you. You preserved this great grace for him by giving him a son to sit on his throne, as is the case today. So now, Adonai, my God, you have made your servant king in the place of David, my father. But I am a mere child. I don't know how to lead. Moreover, your servant is among your people, whom you chose, a great people so numerous that they cannot be counted. Therefore, give your servant an understanding heart, able to administer justice to your people, so that I can discern between good and bad. For who is equal to judging this great people of yours?" What Shlomo had said in making this request pleased Adonai. God said to him, "Because you have made this request instead of asking long life or riches for yourself or your enemy's death, but rather asked for yourself understanding to discern justice, I am doing what you requested. I am giving you a wise and understanding heart, so that there has never been anyone like you, nor will there ever again be anyone like you. I am also giving you what you didn't ask for, riches and honor greater than that of any other king throughout your life. More than that, if you will live according to my ways, obeying my laws and mitzvot, like your father David, I will give you a long life." Shlomo awoke and found it had been a dream. But he went to Jerusalem, stood before the ark for the covenant of Adonai, and offered up burnt offerings and peace offerings. He also made a feast for all his servants. After this, there came to the king 2 women who were prostitutes. After presenting themselves to him, one of the women said, "My lord, I and this woman live in the same house, and when she was in the house, I gave birth to a baby. 3 days after I gave birth, this woman also gave birth. We were there together. There was no one else with us in the house except the 2 of us. During the night, this woman's child died because she rolled over on top of it. So she got up in the middle of the night and took my son from next to me while your servant was sleeping and put it in her arms, and she laid her dead child in my arms. When I awoke in the morning to feed my child from my breast, there it was, dead. But when I took a closer look later in the morning, why, it wasn't my son at all. Not the one I gave birth to." The other woman broke in, "No, the living one is my son, and the dead one is your son." The first one said, "No, the dead one is your son, and the living one is my son." This is how they spoke in the presence of the king. Then the king said, "This woman says, 'The living one is my son.' Your son is the dead one. while the other says, "No, the dead one is your son, and the living one is my son." "Bring me a sword," said the king. They brought a sword to the king. The king said, "Cut the living child in two. Give half to the one and half to the other." At this time, the woman to whom the living child belonged addressed the king because she felt so strongly toward her son. "Oh, my lord, give her the living child. You mustn't kill it." But the other one said, "It will be neither yours nor mine. Divide it up." Then the king answered, "Give the living child to the first woman. Don't kill it, because she is its mother." All Israel heard of the decision the king had made and held the king in awe, for they saw that God's wisdom was in him, enabling him to render justice properly. Melachim Melech, 1 Kings 4. King Shlomo was king over all Israel, and these were his high officials: Azariah, the son of Zadok the Kohen, Elichoreph and Achiah, the sons of Shisha, secretaries, Jehoshaphat, the son of Achiled, secretary of state, Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, commander of the army, Zadok and Eviatar, Kohanim, Azariah, the son of Natan, chief administrator, Zavud, the son of Natan, the king's trusted counselor, Achishar, in charge of the palace, Adoniram, the son of Avda, in charge of forced labor. Shlomo had 12 officers over all Israel who were in charge of providing food and supplies for the king and his household. Each one was in charge of provisions for 1 month out of the year. They were the son of Hur in the hills of Ephraim, the son of Deker in Makatz, Sha'albim, Beit Shemesh, and Eilan Beit Hanan. The son of Hesed in Arubot. He also had charge of Soko and all the territory of Hefer. The son of Avinadav in all the area of Dor. He had Tafat, the daughter of Shlomo, as his wife. Baana, the son of Echilad, in Ta'anak, Megiddo, and all Beit Sha'an, by Sartan below Yisrael, from Beit Sha'an to Avel Mechola, as far as beyond Yokmeam. The son of Giver in Ramoth Gilad, he was in charge of the villages of Yair, the son of Manasseh, in Gilad, and in charge of the region of Argob in Bashan, 60 large cities with walls and bronze bars. Ahinadav, the son of Edo, in Machanaim, Ahimaaz in Naphtali. He also took Basmat, the daughter of Shlomo, as his wife. Baana, the son of Hushai, in Asher and in Alot. Jehoshaphat, the son of Paruach, in Yisachar. Shimi, the son of Elah, in Binyamin, and Giver, the son of Uri, in the land of Gilad, the country of Shekon, king of the Emori, and Og, king of Bashan. Over all these, there was one administrator in the land. Yehuda and Israel were as numerous as sand grains on the seashore. They ate, drank, and enjoyed themselves.
2 Chronicles chapter 1. Shlomo, the son of David, grew stronger in his rulership. Adonai his God was with him, making him greater and greater. Shlomo spoke to all Israel, to the captains of thousands and of hundreds, to the judges and to every leader in all Israel, the heads of clans. Shlomo and the whole community with him went to the high place at Givon, because in that place was God's tent of meeting, which Moshe, the servant of Adonai, had made in the desert. But the ark of God David had brought up from Kiriath Jearim to the place he had prepared for it. He had set up a tent for it in Jerusalem. The bronze altar, crafted by Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, had been placed before the tabernacle of Adonai, and there Shlomo and the community consulted him. On the bronze altar at the tent of meeting, Shlomo offered 1,000 burnt offerings before Adonai. That night, God appeared to Shlomo and said to him, "Tell me what I should give you." Shlomo said to God, "You showed much grace to your servant David my father, and have made me king in his place. Now, Adonai, God, you have been faithful to your promise to David my father, for you have made me king over a people as numerous as the grains of dust on the earth. So now, give me wisdom and knowledge, so that I will be able to lead this people. For who is equal to judging this great people of yours?" God said to Shlomo, "Because you set your heart on this, because instead of asking for riches, wealth, honor, the death of those who hate you, or long life, you asked for wisdom and knowledge for yourself, so that you would be able to judge my people, over whom I made you king. Not only are wisdom and knowledge being given to you, but I will also give you riches, wealth, and honor, such as no king before you has ever had, and no king after you will have as much." So Shlomo came away from the high place at Givon, from in front of the tent of meeting, to Jerusalem, and he ruled over Israel. Shlomo amassed chariots and horsemen. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horsemen. He placed them in the chariot cities and with the king in Jerusalem. The king made silver and gold in Jerusalem as common as stones, and he made cedars as abundant as sycamore fig trees in the Shaphelah. Shlomo's horses had been brought from Egypt, from Kiev, with the king's agents having bought them from the dealers in Kiev at the going price. A chariot brought from Egypt cost 15 pounds of silver shekels, and a horse 3¾ pounds of shekels. All the kings of the Hittim and the kings of Aram purchased them at these prices through Shlomo's agents. Shlomo then decided to build a house for the name of Adonai and a royal palace for himself. Psalm 72 by Shlomo. God, give the king your fairness in judgment. Endow this son of kings with your righteousness, so that he can govern your people rightly, and your poor with justice. May mountains and hills provide your people with peace through righteousness. May he defend the oppressed among the people, save the needy, and crush the oppressor. May they fear you as long as the sun endures, and as long as the moon, through all generations. May he be like rain falling on mown grass, like showers watering the land. In his days, let the righteous flourish, and peace abound till the moon is no more. May his empire stretch from sea to sea, from the Euphrates River to the ends of the earth. May desert dwellers bow before him. May his enemies lick the dust. The kings of Tarshish and the coasts will pay him tribute. The kings of Sheva and Sva will offer gifts. Yes, all kings will prostrate themselves before him. All nations will serve him. For he will rescue the needy when they cry, the poor too, and those with none to help them. He will have pity on the poor and needy, and the lives of the needy he will save. He will redeem them from oppression and violence. Their blood will be precious in his view. May the king live long. May they give him gold from the land of Sheva. May they pray for him continually. Yes, bless him all day long. May there be an abundance of grain in the land, all the way to the tops of the mountains. May its crops rustle like the Lebanon. May people blossom in the city like the grasses in the field. May his name endure forever. His name, Yinon, as long as the sun. May people bless themselves in him. May all nations call him happy. Blessed be Adonai, God, the God of Israel, who alone works wonders. Blessed be his glorious name forever, and may the whole earth be filled with his glory. Amen. Amen. This completes the prayers of David, the son of Yeshai. Amen. This is the word of the Lord. And remember that you can join us every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. The details to join that meeting are in the description below or on our website at Biayl.Project.com. In that meeting, we discuss all the things that we've read during the week. Blessings and happy reading.